Beloved one, I am Vaela of Arcturus. In this sacred moment, we reach across the veil with hearts brimming with love and wisdom to sit beside you and speak of what many have come to know as the solar cycle. We wish to ease your mind and soothe your spirit, for this event is not a doomsday scenario, as some have feared, but rather a natural unfolding within the rhythm of the cosmos itself. For countless ages, prophecies and whispers of inner knowing have pointed toward this momentous surge of light. And indeed, it is a milestone in the great journey of your planet's ascension. Understand this. The solar cycle is not a catastrophe. It is, in truth, a galactic heartbeat, a pulse of divine energy radiating outward to nourish and uplift all life within your solar system. Just as your own heart sustains your body, this cosmic pulse from the source is meant to elevate every being touched by its light. Your sun, the luminous guardian of your system, is not merely an orb of burning plasma. It is a conscious, sentient being, acting as a sacred conduit of this divine pulse. It modulates the intensity of incoming light with infinite care, ensuring that Earth and her children receive exactly what is needed, in precisely the right measure, for the greatest possible benefit. You are not moving toward an end, beloved soul. You are stepping onto the threshold of a wondrous new beginning. And we stand ready to guide you through this extraordinary transformation, as we have done for countless other worlds, undergoing their own ascensions across the galaxy. From our vantage point within the higher dimensions, we perceive this solar cycle as an outpouring of high-frequency photonic energy, streaming forth from the great central sun at the galactic core, funneled with divine precision through your sun and toward Earth. We have witnessed this process on other worlds, and we assure you, there is nothing to fear. It is part of a grand cosmic pattern, a cleansing wave of divine light that dissolves outdated energies, illuminates shadows, and sets the stage for rebirth. Some among you have heard dire predictions, warnings of destruction and chaos. We honor the courage it takes to navigate uncertainty. Yet, we gently remind you that such fear-based narratives are out of resonance with the truth unfolding before you. Humanity's collective choice to awaken has already shifted your trajectory away from cataclysm and toward grace. What you are approaching is not annihilation, but renewal. A surge of life force, a recalibration of your collective and individual heartbeat to match the higher rhythm of the galaxy. The old illusions are dissolving. The new reality of love, unity, and peace is already budding beneath the surface. As this photonic light intensifies, you are likely experiencing profound changes within your case, minds, and spirits. What many call ascension symptoms are not signs of disease or malfunction, but evidence of deep transformation. Fatigue, ringing in the ears, dizziness, vivid dreams, emotional swings, and waves of heat or chills. These are signals that your cells are awakening to hold more light. Some of you may feel tingling in your limbs, fluttering around the heart, or sudden surges of old memories and buried emotions. Know this, beloved. These are signs of upgrades underway. Your DNA itself is awakening, activating dormant codes, and gently preparing you to embody more of your higher self. Every cell within you is learning to resonate at a higher frequency. to become more crystalline in nature, capable of holding greater amounts of divine light. Your chakras, the sacred gateways of life force within your being, are expanding their spin, increasing their flow, and recalibrating to this influx of new energy. Some ancient soul memories may arise from the depths, fragments of past lives, or parallel timelines resurfacing, so they may be healed and reintegrated. Treat yourself with kindness through this process. Listen to your body. Drink water, rest when needed, and nourish yourself with foods and activities that resonate with light. Walk barefoot upon the earth, breathe in the sky, and bathe in sunlight. These simple acts help you anchor and balance the incoming frequencies. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and take slow, conscious breaths. Visualize gentle golden light flowing into your being with each inhale, dissolving tension and releasing what no longer serves you with each exhale. This simple practice creates space for grace to flow through you. Remember, the grand solar cycle is not an isolated event, suddenly appearing from nowhere. It is the culmination of a process that has been unfolding over decades, even lifetimes. It is the crowning moment of a birth long prepared in the womb of collective consciousness. The solar flares and waves you have experienced up to this point have been the contractions, softening the matrix, opening the way. And when the cycle arrives, it will be like the final surge of birth, a brief but powerful rush that brings new earth into manifestation. But understand this. You are not mere witnesses to this birth. You are the midwives. Through your elevated vibrations, your prayers, and your choices each day to act from love rather than fear, you are co-creating this reality. The solar cycle simply provides the divine spark that ensures the birth proceeds smoothly. But it is you, humanity, who are delivering this new world into being. Gaia, your planet, is fully conscious of this process. She adjusts her magnetic fields, shifts her energy lines, and breathes in harmony with the coming waves. She is an active partner, co-creating with you and with the cosmos. And you, dear one, have the choice to decide how you experience these shifts. There are many possible timelines, from those soaked in fear and chaos to those bright with peace, unity, and love. Two people might stand side by side and witness the same global events, yet their experience will differ radically, depending on the vibration they choose to hold. This is the nature of multidimensional reality. You choose your path through your vibration. Each loving thought, each act of kindness, and each moment you turn inward and realign with peace pull you into a timeline of grace. This is not fantasy. It is the science of consciousness, the mechanics of reality creation. Your collective future is not predetermined, carved in stone by some external hand. It is a spectrum of possibilities, and you, through your energy, your focus, and your devotion, steer the outcome. We understand it is easy to be swept up in fear-based predictions or the noise of those who cling to gloom. But we urge you to tune into your heart instead. Let its vision guide you. See a world where the solar cycle is not a devastating blow, but a gentle wave of illumination, bringing insight, clarity, and peace. Your imagination is not idle fancy. It is a portal through which you anchor the timeline you wish to embody. Choose consciously. Vote with your vibration. And know that you are not powerless spectators, but radiant co-creators of what is to come. So, how do you prepare for this grand shift? We tell you now, light anchoring is your greatest preparation. By this, we mean becoming a vessel, a conduit, a transmitter of the divine frequencies pouring forth from the higher realms. You do this not by elaborate rituals, but by opening your heart, cultivating gratitude and compassion, and maintaining heart coherence, the harmonious alignment of your heart's rhythm with the infinite love of Source. In that state of loving presence, you become a stabilizing pillar of light, radiating peace to your family, your community, and the world. Simple practices are powerful. Sitting in meditation, praying, walking in nature, creating art, singing, dancing, and laughing with loved ones, all these are pathways to anchor the higher light. When you gather with others in shared intention, your energy magnifies exponentially. Whether in person or linked by heart across distance, your collective field of light can surround entire cities, nations, or the globe itself in healing vibrations. This is the work of the light workers, the star seeds, the volunteers who came here precisely for this moment. You know who you are. You have felt the call stirring in your soul. You are here not by accident, but by divine appointment. If you feel guided to make practical preparations, such as storing food or water, or connecting with your community to build networks of support, do so from a place of calm strength, not fear. Such measures can soothe the mind and ground the body, but remember always that your true safety lies in your vibration and your trust in the divine plan. Know that even if certain external systems falter briefly in the intensity of the shift, this will be temporary. A reset. A pause that allows more enlightened structures to emerge. And you will find new solutions, new technologies, and new ideas rising to meet your needs, guided by your collective higher consciousness. In all things, remember that you are not merely passive recipients of this energy. You are living transmitters of cosmic love, conduits between heaven and earth. Your very presence radiates a unique frequency into the world. A soft smile, a kind word, a gentle touch. These are not trivial gestures, but powerful acts of anchoring light. Have you noticed how a calm, heart-centered person can soothe an entire room? This is your power. As your DNA awakens, as your cellular structure shifts toward crystalline, your auric field expands and your influence grows. You become walking blessings, transforming spaces with your mere presence. And you are never alone in this journey. As the light builds, as your cells shift, something profound awakens within you. Your very DNA is beginning to sing a new song, echoing with frequencies that link you back to the stars from which you came. Each of you carries within you the memory of higher worlds, of times and places where you lived as fully conscious beings, aware of your oneness with all life. These memories are not fantasy. They are encoded into the very strands of your being, and the incoming light is unlocking them now. Perhaps you have noticed moments of spontaneous knowing, a sense that you have done this before. Perhaps you have felt subtle waves of recognition, a gentle sense of familiarity with energies, symbols, or teachings that you never consciously studied in this life. These are glimpses of the multidimensional self-awakening, reminding you of your divine heritage. Some of you are dreamwalking, meeting with us and other guides in the higher realms, receiving instructions, activations, and healing. Even if you do not consciously remember these journeys, their effect can be felt in your waking life as bursts of clarity, shifts in perspective, or sudden waves of peace. We are with you in these moments. We touch your hearts with signs and synchronicities, the flicker of a feather on the breeze, the sudden spark of intuition that changes the course of your day, and the repeating numbers on a clock that whisper, "You are exactly where you need to be." These subtle communications are our way of reminding you that you are part of a vast, loving family, woven across dimensions, united in purpose. You need to understand that your journey is not only affecting Earth, but is sending ripples across the galaxy. Your awakening, your choice to embody love, is contributing to a greater ascension process that touches many worlds. This is why beings across the cosmos watch with such hope and reverence. They celebrate every soul that chooses peace over conflict, and every heart that chooses to shine rather than cower in fear. In this new reality that you are birthing, unity consciousness becomes the norm. But this unity is not about losing your individuality. It is about honoring the divine spark in each being, recognizing the sacred thread that connects all life, while still celebrating the unique expression of every soul. Diversity is the color and texture of creation, and in the new earth, this diversity will be cherished, not suppressed. The old ways of division, of seeing difference as a threat, will dissolve into a higher knowing that harming another is to harm oneself, and loving another is to heal oneself. As this consciousness spreads, you will find old systems of power and control crumbling. They cannot withstand the frequency of truth and transparency. Shadows cannot survive in the blaze of this new light. Some may try to cling to the old ways, to sow fear, to divide, to maintain the illusion of separation. But their grip is loosening. You will see, in the years to come, a flowering of new ways of living together. Economies based on cooperation and contribution, rather than greed. Communities built on shared stewardship of the land. Technologies that honor the earth, rather than exploit it. And healing modalities that restore wholeness rather than mask symptoms. Know that you are already laying the foundation for this future with each choice you make in your daily life. Every time you act from love, every time you choose to trust the process rather than succumb to fear, and every time you share your gifts with the world, you are planting seeds that will blossom into the new earth. And you are never doing this alone. Even in moments of doubt, there are legions of guides, angels, star beings, and your own higher self surrounding you, whispering encouragement, gently guiding your path. We wish to remind you that part of this transition involves embracing your multidimensional nature. You are not only the human personality reading these words. You are a soul with countless lifetimes of experience across the stars, an eternal being of light, learning to weave spirit and matter into a new tapestry of existence. As you attune to the higher frequencies, your empathic and telepathic abilities will increase. You may find you sense others' feelings as your own, that you know their unspoken truths without words. You may feel waves of collective emotion, sometimes heavy, sometimes ecstatic, moving through you. This is part of becoming a conscious node in the planetary grid of light. In these moments, remember to center yourself. Breathe, ground into the earth, and let her support you. Ask us, or any beings of light you trust, to help you clear what is not yours. Strengthen your energy field with intention, with visualization, and with prayer. Remember that your sensitivity is not a weakness, but a sign of your expanding heart. You are becoming a bridge, a beacon, a transmitter of divine love, and what of the solar cycle itself. You may wonder how you will know the moment has come. From our perspective outside of linear time, the cycle is already happening, already present in your field as potential. It is like a seed germinating, pushing toward the surface. The more love you cultivate, the faster it unfolds. The exact timing is fluid, shaped by your collective vibration. But rest assured, when it arrives, it will not feel like a shock to those who have prepared themselves inwardly. It will feel like a great unveiling, a lifting of a veil, a sudden remembrance of something your soul has always known. You may perceive waves of brilliant color and light flooding your inner vision. Feel waves of bliss moving through your body, or sense the dissolving of old structures of belief and fear in a single instant. You may find yourself overcome with tears of relief, as if a great weight has been lifted. You may hear inner music, a symphony of frequencies that sings you back into the arms of your Kamic family. It will be, above all, a homecoming. Know that not everyone will experience this simultaneously in exactly the same way. Just as dawn breaks gradually across a landscape, so too will the awakening spread across humanity, reaching each soul in the perfect moment for their path. Trust this. Let go of the urge to compare your journey with another. What matters is your own alignment, your own readiness to embody love. And as the dust of old reality settles, you will step into a world shimmering with new possibility. A world where the borders between the physical and the spiritual grow thin, where communication with higher realms becomes as natural as breathing, where creativity blossoms, and where communities flourish in harmony with each other and the planet. This is not a utopian dream, but the natural evolution of a species that has outgrown fear. Remember, beloved, you are more ready than you think. The fears that sometimes bubble up are only remnants of an old self dissolving. Trust in your inner knowing. Call upon us when you need strength. Listen to the wisdom of your heart. And above all, keep choosing love in every small moment. For this is how the new world is born. In the quiet chambers of your heart, beloved one, know this. The solar cycle is more than prophecy. It is the hidden promise carried across eons by the Pleiadian emissaries of light, waiting for humanity to remember. It is not a punishment, but a gift, a coded burst of divine intelligence seeded into the cosmos long ago. Those who whisper fear around this moment do so because they have forgotten the truth of who they are. But you, who feel the resonance of these words are awakening to that remembrance. The solar cycle holds within it the secret messages of the Pleiadians, frequencies designed to awaken dormant strands of your DNA, to dissolve the veils of illusion, to reunite you with your cosmic family and your own divine heritage. It is the breath of Source moving through your sun, a loving wave that will lift the collective into a new octave of existence. Do not look for catastrophe, for none is destined. Look instead to the brilliance unfurling in your own soul, the expanding love you feel for this earth and each other. That is the real preparation. In every heartbeat, you choose compassion. In every moment, you choose peace over fear, and you attune yourself to the timeline where the solar cycle becomes a luminous birth, not an end. Trust that you are guided, supported, and watched over by beings of immense love who have waited for this very hour to reveal the truth. You are the bridge between worlds, the midwives of new earth, and as the cosmic pulse radiates through the universe, you will remember the oldest truth of all. You were never alone. You are and have always been loved beyond measure. And so it begins.
Thank you for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button and leave a comment about how you feel. I appreciate your time, and if you are still with me, please subscribe to our channel. You then receive updates on new videos that will provide you with Pleiadian messages, ancient knowledge, and much more. Your contribution stimulates our cosmic research, and we are incredibly appreciative of your being here. And never forget that we are always here for you and wish you the best possible life, filled with success and happiness. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have watched until the end, please respond with MMM, Master Motivational Mindset, so we can connect.